The stimulus check catfight continues, episode 4982. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the current stimulus checks, what's going on with them. Also, I'm going to be talking about a few ideas if you're potentially facing eviction or if you're having troubles paying your rent or utilities. As always, this video pertains to the following categories: low income, Social Security recipients, whether it's retirement, disability, or survivors, SSI beneficiaries, supplemental security income, and VA beneficiaries as well. Hey everyone, today is Tuesday, August 18th. Matt here. If you're back and you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, thanks so much for subscribing. Let's talk about this. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin was out already this morning, up and early, talking about it. He's out there and he was interviewed and said the GOP is getting prepared to release a proposal, a $1 trillion proposal, that's going to include the following: $300 weekly benefits, the federal boost, those enhanced federal boost benefits at a rate of $300 per week. That's what's included in this proposal, as well as an additional second round of PPP funding. That's the Payroll Protection Program. Probably many of you here, that probably doesn't apply, but just want to throw it out there anyway. Another $10 billion for the failing post office. It's not a slam on the post office. These people are very important, but $10 billion for the post office. Also, he has also said that the president has announced that he also agrees it is very important to send out a second round of direct payments, aka second round being those second stimulus checks. So, what the heck's going on with this? We can already anticipate that Democrats are probably going to shoot this down immediately, but that's okay. And the reason I say that's okay is because if they shoot it down, that just means that we just need to come together on terms to negotiate this. Of course they're going to turn it down. That's what happens in a negotiation. The one party throws out an offer and the other party basically shoots it down immediately, and then they come together on terms. Why this is important and why we want to talk about this is because, once again, they're coming out with another proposal. That's great because we're finally getting some, well, I shouldn't say finally. We're not getting crap. We're not getting jack. Seriously, we're not getting anything. But finally, they're maybe talking a little bit more, as in they want to come together a little bit. They're still very far apart, the two parties, Democrats and Republicans. However, at least something is happening. Hopefully this gets the ball rolling a little bit more, kind of gets them coming together a little bit more. As I talked about yesterday, Nancy Pelosi is calling the House of Representatives back this week for an emergency session to vote on Saturday on a $25 billion influx of money into the post office. Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, everything about that's great, but I feel like there's so many other really important things that they should be talking about, and calling everybody back for an emergency session versus bailing out the failing post office. I don't know, just my opinion. Again, post office people, incredibly important. So we definitely can't take those people for granted, but seriously, there's so many other important issues, like, I don't know, people losing their homes, people being evicted left and right, people that can't pay their utilities, people that can't even eat because they, don't have any money, don't have any stimulus. I mean, there's so many other issues we could be talking about right now versus giving the post office a bunch of money. So anyway, that's about all that we have to talk about as far as what was released today. As soon as they release that official proposal, of course, if there's anything worthwhile talking about in there, of course, I'll make another video talking about it, but I anticipate, probably not. It's probably just going to include what I just talked about. If there's anything like really exciting about the second stimulus checks, of course, I'll make a video because that's what we care about. We want to know, when are you guys sending us our checks? Seriously, just stop wasting our time. Send us the freaking money before we go crazy. Right? I mean, I think I'm speaking for everybody here. All right. So next I want to talk about if you're potentially facing eviction or you're having troubles paying your rent. Here's what I want to throw out there. If you've been served an eviction notice, it could potentially be too late for this idea, but I'm just throwing this out there. Have a conversation with your landlord. I know that seems like, seriously, I'm sitting here watching for this many minutes so that you can say have a conversation with your landlord. Yes, it's important. You never know unless you ask. Here's why I'm saying this. If your landlord is potentially getting mortgage forbearance, in other words, like their mortgage, they're not paying on it for some reason right now because they've talked to their mortgage company and they're basically deferring their payments. If that's the case, maybe they would have a heart to pass those savings on to you temporarily. Probably not, but it's possibly worth a conversation. Talk to your landlord. Say, hey, I'm struggling right now just like everybody else. Check it out. I've been living here for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I've been paying you my rent every single month. Maybe I've been late a couple times, but hey, check it out. I still give you the money. Can you please give me a little bit of leeway right now? Can you work with me? I'll get you the money. Can we work together on this? Have a conversation. It never hurts. Maybe the person has a heart and they'll work with you. Maybe not. It's worth a try though. But anyway, talk to them about that. Also, in some situations, with the eviction moratorium, the extension of this eviction moratorium, again, it's not quite as good as it looks like at the surface level, but in some situations, they technically are not allowed to evict if it puts you in a more dangerous situation to evict you than it would be to keep you in the property. That's just on really simple terms, but that could be something else to look into. Maybe in your situation, they cannot even legally evict you because of the new measures that have been put in place. So that's just what I want to say about that. I'm still doing more research on this. Of course, the hard part I'm having with this is literally it changes state to state. I've been doing a lot of research on this, and like literally everything that I pull up, it's like, oh, every single state has their own rules and regulations. It's like, well, that makes it really hard to make a ubiquitous video to encompass everybody here in the States when it's literally 50 different laws and rules and all this different crap. Not only that, it could be different city by city. So it's like, it's making it difficult to do the research and come up with a video that, pertains to everybody throughout the entire country. Of course, I could make a video talking about Los Angeles or New York or Miami, but that pertains to what, like maybe 100 of you? I mean, that's still great. I still want to help 100 people, but I want to do something that can help as many people as possible. So anyway, let me talk about utilities really quickly. Again, if you're having a hard time paying your utilities, you can check out my video from this past Thursday. I talked about 4 different programs that could potentially help you. Otherwise, look into the program. I'll just give you a quick little note. Look into the program, LIHEAP, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. So the deal with this is they get an allotment of money each year allocated by Congress. As soon as they run out of that money, basically they're out for the entire year until Congress approves more. So I don't know where they stand on that. They could be out for the year already. I'm not even sure on that, but it's something worth looking into. They can help you pay your utility bills, utility being heating and cooling, not like your cable bills and all that other stuff, but your heating and cooling. And I hope all of you are cooling right now, not heating. Anyway, but another thing too is if you're having troubles and for some reason you can't get access to that LIHEAP program, call your utility holder, whoever has your utilities, and have a conversation with those people. Say, hey, I'm struggling. Can you defer my payments? Can you put me on a payment plan? What are my options? Everybody has an option right now. It's worth looking into. Just call and ask. It never hurts to ask. Worst case scenario, they say, hey, sorry, we don't have anything for you. Can't do anything for you. I doubt that's the case. Right now, there are so many exceptions to the rule, so just call and ask. Anyway, that's about the information I have as of today. I know it's not much. I know it's not a whole lot out there, but I want to keep all of you updated with anything that's coming out and just be here for you. Just show you like, hey guys, I'm still here for you, still looking out for you. I'm still doing my research and finding anything that I can that's relevant to help you out through this time. So have a nice day. And again, as always, if anything comes out later today that's relevant, worth sharing, I'll certainly bring it to you. Otherwise, I'll